Hello students, welcome to online class. Today we will discuss about conditional and looping construct. Here in this chapter we will learn about loop, condition and their construct. So enjoy. First we need to learn about what is control statement. A control statement are used to control the flow of execution depending upon the specified condition or the logic. There are three different types of control statement like decision making statement, iteration statement, which is commonly known as loop, and jump statement. Break, continue, pass, these are the example of control statement. Now we need to know about decision making statement. So what is decision making statement? Decision making statement used to control the flow of execution of program depending upon condition. There are three different types of decision making statement like if statement, if else statement and nested if statement. These are the three different types of decision making statement. In decision making statement, we need to learn first the if statement. So what is if statement? An if statement is a programming conditional statement that if proved true performs a function or displays information. Here you can see the flowchart of if statement. So first the program will start, then the condition will check through if condition. If it is true, then it will move to one portion. Otherwise, it will exit the entire program. So this is the actual flowchart of our if statement. Here you can see the syntax of the if statement. So first we need to write if, then you have to provide the condition, and then according to the condition you have to give the proper statement. Another example, you can see that number of book equal to, if number of book double equals to, that means if your assigned value and the condition match, then it will print that you have two book. Otherwise it will print that outside of if statement, that means if you provide more than 2 or any other value, that time it will print as out of selection or out of choice. Note, to indicate a block of code in Python, you must indent each line of the block by the same amount. In the above example, both print statements are part of the if condition because of both are a same level indented but not the third print statement. Now in case of if statement, using logical operator in if statement. So in if statement we can use our logical operator also, like x equal 1 and y equal 2. If x double equal 1 and y double equal 2, so it will print condition matching the criteria. So in that case output will also be same, condition matching the criteria. Here you can see another example, a equal 100, if not a double equal 20, it will print a is not equal to 20, and output also it will be print like that only, because we have assigned a's value as 100 and in the condition we have given that if not a double equal 20, that means if a's value is not exactly as 20, then it will print as a is not equal to 20, and according to the condition it is right, so it will print same message only. After the if statement, next option is what? If else statement. Over here in this if else statement, we can provide the negative part also of a condition. If else statement executes some code if the test expression is true, and some other code if the text expression is false. That means with the help of if statement, user can be able to provide both the conditions positive and negative way. Here you can see the example of if else statement. First you need to learn about the syntax. First you need to provide if, then the condition, and according to the condition you have to provide the statement, and then you need to provide the else option, and according to the else you need to provide the another statement. Now here you can see the example, a equal 10, if a less than 100, so print less than 100, else print more than equal 100. That means you have assigned the value of a as 10, which is actually less than 100. So you have given the condition, if a less than 100, it will print that a less than 100. If it is not, then it will print it is more than 100. So output will also be less than 100 because we have assigned e as 10. So write a program in Python to check that entered number is even and odd. So with the help of this if else statement, we can create this program very easily. Our next option is what, that is the nested if else statement. So the nested if else statement allow us to check for multiple test expression and execute different code for more than two conditions. Here you can see the algorithm of this diagram. Now here you can see the entry, and then it will check the condition. If it is true, then it will move to another condition. If it is false, so directly it will exit the program. Here we will follow the example of nested if statement. First we need to see the syntax. If condition, and then it will print the statement. Elif condition, then the statements. Else the statement. That means what? We know if, the opposite of if is else, but over here if, then elif, then else. That means elif will be the sub part of your if condition. Here you can see the example. Num equal float, input enter a number. That means you have to enter a number in floating point. If your number is more than equal 0, means if you have entered any positive number, or if num double equal 0, then it will print 0, else print positive number. That means we are having two conditions: if num greater than equal 0, if num double equal 0. So if num double equal 0, it will print that you have entered 0, else it will print positive number you have entered, else print negative number. So here you can see the output: enter a number as 5, and it will print the message as it is positive number. On the basis of this nested if condition, we can create a program, that write a program to find out largest of three numbers. Next option is what, that is the iteration statement or loop. Iteration statement are used to execute a block of statement as long as the condition is true. Loop statements are used when we need to run same code again and again. Python iteration statement are of three different types: while loop, for loop, and the nested for loop. First, we need to learn about the while loop. It is used to execute a block of statement as long as given condition is true, and when the condition becomes false, the control will come out of the loop. The condition is checked every time at the beginning of the loop. See the syntax. While, you have to give the condition, and according to that you have to provide the statement. Here you can see the example: x equal 1, while x less than equal 4, it will print x, and x will be x equal x plus 1. Here you can see the algorithm, sorry, here you can see the flowchart of your while loop. Enter the while loop, test expression. If it is true, then it will move to body of while, otherwise it will exit if it is false. So you have given the value of x as 1 according to the condition which is matched, that means less than equal 4, and then it will print the value of x. And how x will increase itself? X equal x plus 1, that means automatically x is going to be increased 1 by 1. Now the next option is what, that is iteration statement or loop. So while loop will continue: x equal 1, while x less than 3, print inside while loop value of x is x, and x will be x equal x plus 1, else print inside else value of x is x. Here you can see the output: inside while loop value of x is 1, inside while loop value of x is 2, so inside else value of x is 3. So this way user can be able to use the while loop with else option. Another while loop we can follow: this will be infinite while loop. Example: x equal 5, while x double equal 5, so print inside the loop, and then the output will be always inside the loop, because our condition is x needs to be 5, and we are going to assign the value of x as 5 only, so it will be an infinite while loop. The next option is what, that is the for loop. It is used to iterate over times of any sequence, such as a list or a string. Here you can see the syntax. For val in sequence statement, example: for I in range 3, 5, then print I. So within 3 to 5 it will print. So first it will print 3 and then it will print 4. So one by one value it will print up to that range. The for loop continue example program for I in range 5, 3 minus 1. That means it will print backward because minus 1 it support actually the negative index, and in case of negative index it helps us to count backward only. So the output will come 5 then 4. Here we need to learn one more option, that is what? That is our range function parameter. So in this range function, first we need to get start. So starting number of the sequence, then we will get stop, generate number up to but not including this number, and then we will get step option. That step is what? It helps to jump the value. It determines the increment between each number in the sequence. So that is actually with the help of step we can do that. For loop continue. So for loop with else option. So example, for I in range 1 comma 4 print I, else comment is here executed because no break in for. So print, it will be no break, and output will be 1 2 3 and no break. So this is what example for loop with else condition. So for I in range 1 comma 4 print I. So it will print the value of I, else that time it will print no break, and then according to that we will get the output. Our next option is for loop continue with the nested for loop option. So for I in range 1 comma 3, for j in range 1 comma 11, k equal I into j, print k, then end equal single inverted comma means single character space, then print. That means over here I is actually in the range of 1 2 3 and j is in the range of 1 to 11, and over here k will be multiplied the value of I and j. Now we will see the jump statement. So what is actually jump statement? We need to learn it first. Jump statement are used to transfer the program's control from one location to another. Means these are used to alter the flow of a loop, like to skip a part of a loop or terminate a loop. There are three types of jump statement used in Python, like break, continue, and pass. These are the three different types of jump statement available in Python. First, we will see the use of break. It is used to terminate the loop. That means when you are using any particular loop, that time if you need to terminate, if you want to terminate the loop as per your requirement, that time you need to apply this break option. Here you can see the example for val in string. If val double equal I, then break, then print val. That means what? For val in string, that means value available in this string, and if your value is actually match with I, because we have given if val double equal I, then it will break. That means it will stop over there, means the entire program will be terminate, and then it will print the value. Now here you can see the output of this command, that str. Why only str? Because we have assigned the value as string string, and we have given the condition that if value double equal I, that means when the value, that means out of string, when your character will match with I, that time it will stop. So after str, I is the next character, and according to our given criteria, I is actually match. So whenever it will match, it will stop. Into that reason, over here we are getting the output only str. Our next option is continue. It is used to skip all the remaining statements in the loop and move controls back to the loop of the body. Here you can see the example for val in it, For val double equal I, continue, then print val, print the end. That means we have given the option continue. Continue is what? It is used to skip all the remaining statements in the loop and move controls back to the top of the loop. That means what? In case of break, whenever it will match, it will stop and exit the program then and there. But over here, in case of continue, whenever it will match, it will skip that matching portion only, and the remaining portion or the option it will print and execute. After break and continue, our next jump statement is the pass statement. In this statement does nothing. It can be used when a statement is required syntactically but the program requires no action. Use in loop. Pass statements can be used in loop while the condition is true. In function also, it makes a controller to pass by without executing any code. Example, you can see that function my function and then pass. Then the output it will come according to our print statement. Pass statement continue. Here you will see another example of pass statement for I in initial. If I double equal I, pass, else print I. That means what? We have assigned the string as initial. So over here in initial, if I double equal I, pass, else print. That means whenever the condition match with our assigned value, that particular portion it will skip and it will pass the remaining program, and then the rest of the program will print. Continue forces the loop to start at the next iteration, while pass means there is no code to execute here and will continue through the remainder or the loop body. So this is the actual concept of pass statement. Thank you for watching the video. Hope you have enjoyed the video, and please don't forget to like the video. Thank you.